Did something happen to Taehyung? Why does the air feel so heavy this morning along the Han River? As if something deeper than a simple run is unfolding before our eyes. What are the Wooga squad hiding behind those protective smiles? Watch closely, leave your thoughts in the comments, hit like and subscribe, because what you're about to discover might change the way you see this friendship forever. The morning sun had barely risen when the stillness of Seoul's riverside was broken by the quiet rhythm of footsteps, soft, steady, almost synchronized. At first glance, it seemed like just another morning jog, one of those calm, casual routines that idols often enjoy to clear their minds. But today there was something different. Something in the way the air trembled with tension, something in the way the cameras clicked faster than usual, and something in the way Kim Taehyung, better known to the world as V of BTS, ran, not as freely as before, but guarded, sheltered, and somehow silently heavy. Flanking him on both sides were familiar figures: Park Seo-joon, Choi Woo-shik, Park Hyung-sik, and Peak Boy, the beloved Wooga squad, Taehyung's circle of trust, his brothers, his chosen family. But the way they moved today wasn't like friends on a carefree morning jog. Their formation looked deliberate, protective. The five of them ran in a close, unbroken line, their eyes subtly scanning their surroundings, their pace consistent and purposeful. It wasn't hard to notice that this wasn't just exercise. It was protection in motion. What happened to Taehyung that made his closest friends step in like human shields? Why did the light-hearted atmosphere they were once known for feel so replaced by quiet concern and unspoken solidarity? Could this be connected to the growing storm of media pressure that's been shadowing him these past weeks? Cameras were already waiting when Taehyung appeared at the edge of the river, long before his jog began. Every click, every flash, every whisper from behind the lenses told the same story. People were watching too closely, and the Wooga squad knew it. It's not unusual for fans or media to spot Taehyung during his walks or runs, but what's unfolding lately seems to go beyond casual fandom curiosity. The world has been hungry, perhaps too hungry, for every detail of his life. From his quiet nights alone to his rumored relationships, from his facial expressions at events to who he chooses to stand next to in public, nothing escapes the eyes of an audience that has turned admiration into surveillance. And maybe that's why today's run felt so different as Taehyung jogged. The members of Wooga subtly adjusted their positions. Park Seo-joon moved a little closer whenever someone raised a phone camera. Woo-shik occasionally looked back, ensuring no one was following too closely. Hyung-sik, usually full of laughter, kept his gaze forward, his jaw tight, focused. And Peak Boy, tall and broad, took the outer edge, as if creating a physical wall between Taehyung and the lingering onlookers. They weren't just running, they were guarding. Fans online were quick to notice. Within minutes, clips and photos surfaced with captions like, "Wooga squad protecting V like bodyguards," and "This feels different, they're not just hanging out, they're watching over him." Others speculated that something serious might have happened behind the scenes, that perhaps Taehyung was under emotional strain, or that the recent swarm of rumors and unwanted attention had taken a toll on his peace of mind. Could it be true? Was this run a quiet act of defiance, or a wordless cry for space? Observers described the mood as strangely moving. Despite the tension, there was warmth, a visible, tangible sense of brotherhood. Every glance exchanged between Taehyung and his friends spoke volumes without saying a word. When he slowed down, they slowed too. When he smiled faintly, they smiled back, as if trying to remind him that he wasn't alone. Taehyung's connection with the Wooga squad has always been something fans admired deeply. Born out of mutual respect and genuine affection, their bond transcends fame and work. Yet today that bond looked different, stronger, more urgent, more real. What does it mean when friendship becomes armor? In a world where every move of a superstar is dissected, replayed, and judged, the sight of genuine protection hits harder than words. Perhaps that's what made the moment so powerful, because for once, the glitz and glamour of celebrity life fell away, revealing something raw and human underneath. Vulnerability. As the group stopped to catch their breath, Taehyung looked toward the river, the water shimmering under the soft morning sun. For a second, he seemed lost in thought, his expression unreadable. Seo-joon said something quietly and Taehyung laughed, a small, fragile sound that felt like a release. The others joined in, and just like that, the tension lifted, replaced by a fleeting but genuine joy. But even then, the cameras didn't stop. The moment that laughter broke the air, another set of flashes erupted. And though the Wooga squad continued to smile, one could sense their awareness of it all, that their private moment was already being turned into public content. It's the paradox of fame. No matter how personal a moment feels, someone somewhere is watching, recording, dissecting. Perhaps that's why Taehyung looked away again, eyes drifting toward the horizon. The reflection of the morning light danced across the river, but his gaze seemed distant, as if searching for a place where the noise couldn't reach. For those who have followed his journey, this quiet struggle isn't unfamiliar. Taehyung has often spoken about his longing for peace, for authenticity, for the kind of happiness that isn't dictated by schedules, screens, or scrutiny. And yet, every time he steps outside, the world seems determined to follow. Maybe that's why the presence of the Wooga squad means more than words could explain. They aren't there to perform or to entertain. They're there to shield, to remind him of who he is beyond the cameras, beyond the headlines, beyond the idol, one fan wrote on social media. It's beautiful and sad at the same time. He's running, but it feels like he's running from something. And they're running with him so he doesn't have to do it alone. And that's the truth that hits hardest. Behind every superstar's smile lies a person. Fragile, emotional, yearning for normalcy. Behind every viral photo, there's a story we'll never fully understand. Behind every jog by the river, there might be a battle we cannot see. What was Taehyung thinking as he ran? Was he reflecting on the chaos that fame brings, or simply trying to hold on to a sliver of peace before the day begins? Only he knows. But as the sun climbed higher and the morning crowd thickened, the group gradually slowed to a stop. Taehyung exhaled deeply, his hand brushing the back of his neck. Seojun gave him a pat on the shoulder, Woo-shik handed him a bottle of water, and Peakboy cracked a joke that finally drew a genuine laugh from the group. For a moment, everything felt normal again. A group of friends enjoying a simple morning together. Yet the truth lingered in the silence between moments. This wasn't just any morning. It was a quiet act of unity. A statement without words. As they turned to leave, fans from a distance shouted his name. Taehyung. And he turned, waved softly, his smile gentle but reserved. The cameras flashed one last time, capturing that moment. A superstar surrounded by friends, walking away from the noise toward the kind of peace he's always wanted. And maybe that's what this morning really was. Not a jog, not a performance, but a reminder that no matter how loud the world becomes, there will always be those who stand beside him, silently protecting, quietly loving, and fiercely believing in him. What will happen next? Will Taehyung finally speak about what's been weighing on him? Will the public ever give him the space he deserves? Or will every attempt at normalcy continue to turn into a spectacle? One thing's for sure, this scene by the river will not be forgotten anytime soon. Because sometimes, the quietest moments speak the loudest truths, and this morning as the world watched, Taehyung didn't just run. He reminded us what it means to be human under the brightest, most blinding spotlight. If you felt the emotion of this moment, share your thoughts below. What do you think Taehyung is going through? Do you believe the Wooga squad's protective gesture was intentional? Let's talk about it in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates and stories that reveal the heart behind the fame. The day went on, but the image of that morning stayed. Not just in photos or headlines, but in the hearts of everyone who saw it. It wasn't just about Taehyung running by the river. It was about what that moment represented. The silent battle between privacy and fame, between peace and pressure, between being loved and being watched. Hours later, the clip spread across social media like wildfire. Every angle, every slow-motion shot, every zoomed-in frame of the Wooga squad subtly positioning themselves around Taehyung became a topic of deep analysis. Some